porch. And of course, we're talking about not being in that rat race no more. That rat race called employment. Got to remind you again, I became retired at the age of 46, approximately 11 years ago. Combination of just being retired from wanting to work and military injuries taking me out of service. So past 11 years, just raising the kids, helping them to grow into fine adults, take care of themselves. And here I am. No more rat race. No more having to worry about a job. No more worrying about having to have a boss. Now I'm just doing YouTube as a hobby, as something to do to take my mind off of other stuff by, having an outlet and voicing my opinion. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're watching. And if you can, please subscribe to my channel. If you got an opinion on what I say, please, by all means, put it in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. I want dialogue back and forth. I'm not going to just sit here and just talk and not want somebody to talk back at me. Because even though this is a live chat, I may not get a lot of people coming in. But if I do, it helps my channel. The interactivity, the interaction between the, even in the comments, even afterward, when you put your live video up to be distributed out into the web, just commenting. If somebody comments on what you said during the video, that's commentary, that's interaction. I would just appreciate a little bit more likes on some of my videos. The likes, got to get those likes up, as they say. I'm trying to learn the lingo and also learn the equipment that I'm using here. I'm only using my Samsung 24 Galaxy phone. I don't have an actual camera that I'm using. It's on a little tripod, little basic tripod. You got a train coming. So I just wanted to start off tonight by letting you guys know I'm on my last Rocky Patel Maduro. Going across the tracks, going over the crossing, as they say. And I already see out in the distance, on the other side of the camera, one of my friends, one of the night creatures in that tree that's across. I just see him poke his little head out, the possum. Guess he came down. They're going to the water hole tonight. And there was a cat over there messing with it. But before I get started though, I gotta get the equipment fueled up. The old butane. I won't be on here for no more than a half an hour on the camera, because I want to make another video, a little short video about the situation with the federal employees and their employment, and how now you don't hear too much going on about the memos or the emails they had to reply to. Nobody's talking about that no more. I wonder why. It's got some fuel in it, as you can probably see there. It's got some fuel. But you always want to keep these topped off. And the trick to these lighters is the fact that once you fuel them up, they get really cold, so you got to put it in your hand and keep it warm. So if you want to use it again right after you fill it up, that it stays warm. Because if it's cold, it's not going to ignite. It's just your basic can of butane. I usually shake it up. Put it in the hole. I don't think you can see that. And that's that. So you can see the frost on it. See, that's the frost. It gets frosty. And you put your hand around it, it's really cold. So nobody's come in yet. Even if I do 15 minutes, just sitting here by myself talking, that's still a video. I'm still gonna have some kind of watch hours. Got my adult beverage, my green cup, my green background. Yeah, so it says something like 80,000 plus spots are going to be getting cut from the VA. And it's going to be across the VA all at once. I mean, I don't know about all at once, but 80,000 total, 80,000 plus total. It's going to be tough for those people. That's what happens when they inflate the employment. You can't keep everybody on forever. I mean, the government doesn't produce anything. Doesn't produce a damn thing. It takes. The government takes. Nothing is produced by the government. And don't ever let a federal employee tell you that they produce anything, because they don't. That's why most employees, once you get a federal job, they're dug in like ticks on the fucking dog's ass. You can't get them out, but what Trump is doing, he's using all kind of mystical, magical ways to get rid of all that bloat and all that excessive spending of having too many departments and so many layers of bureaucracy and all that bullshit. It's got to go. And all those people who are trying to stay at home and work from home, there's no need for that anymore. You got to take your ass into the office, and if you don't want to go into the office, if you don't want to do that, you gotta go. And it's crazy how they were offered a buyout and they didn't take it because I guess they felt that their jobs were protected. But 8 months of pay for nothing and just to resign. 8 months of pay, you would turn that down? It's because you put your false hopes into what? I don't know. Nobody could say who was going to protect their jobs. But they gave up 8 months of free pay. And nobody would have told them that they could look for another job within those 8 months. You just look for another job. And I'm pretty sure there's some companies out there, some private industries out there that could say, hey, you got these fresh employees. I mean, they were probationary employees, but hey, they got some experience. They could fit in my organization somewhere. I guess they didn't see themselves that way. They didn't see themselves as a private sector addition. They wanted to stay in the government, stay on the government's tit. And look where that got them. 80,000 from the VA, more IRS cuts, and he's looking to get rid of the DOE, the Department of Education, which is nothing but a bunch of layers of bureaucracy. Yeah, they gotta go. I mean, it's not like it's not been done before. Clinton did it in the 90s, and nobody bitched and moaned about it. And he hid it under the disguise of trying to seek a balanced budget. Especially in the early 90s, right when he got into office in the early 90s, he destroyed the military. He created what was called the Ghost Army, where they'd have slots available, or slots that were open in different Army units, Army divisions, Army formations, and the slots would be there, but there would be nobody in the slot because he riffed the whole thing, what they call reduction in force. They did a reduction in force across the board, across all levels of command and all the NCOs and everything. Everybody was getting rifted. If you were like a specialist with like 8 to 9 years in time in service, nope, can't stay, you got to get out. No ifs, ands, or buts, you got to get out. Yeah. Especially, that was right after the Desert Shield thing. He ripped the whole military. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. And then they start throwing away planes. Plane systems were being thrown out. Because if you get rid of the plane, you got to get rid of the people that fly the plane and the people who maintain the plane. They got to go right along with it. Or Patty's probably still having a little barbecue party. Patty, I'm going live. Kind of close on I'm close to 3,000 watch hours in the year. Hopefully I'll get it soon. Hopefully this live can help me get to the 3,000 hours plus. And I could possibly monetize my live sessions and some of my 30-second videos in the shorts. What do you call those? YouTube shorts. So I got to start making my shorts. It advised me that I need to start making my shorts a little bit longer, over 30 seconds at least. Because what I was doing was taking some of the video material I was putting on that other platform that I don't really want to talk about here, that I'm hoping goes away in April. I'm hoping it just goes away. I hope so badly that it just goes away. They're treating the creators over there so terrible. It's a shame, and nobody can speak up for you because it's not an American company that owns it, as we know. But I don't think anybody wants to buy it. And the eerie thing and the funny thing about it is nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it at all. Maybe it'll just go away. Feels like it's warm enough. This is weird because I put the fuel in and it looks like the fuel doesn't have any fuel in it. See right there? When you turn it upside down, you can't put any more in than that. Let's see if I find the other lighter I have out here. I like this lighter better because it has the punch on the end of it. See, especially with cigars like this that have like the square back. It's not really a lot of material to slice off the back, so I like to punch this type with this here. On the other platform, if I was to do this, they would put a restriction on the video and it wouldn't go anywhere. Because you can't do adult stuff on that platform. You can only do adult stuff like if you're a Democrat or you're a liberal, where you can like lean your head over and take a puff on the vape. You know, obviously putting smoke on the screen. And then with me, if I did that, if I like just blow out or the smoke just wafts across the screen, boom, they'll hit me with a restriction, and nobody would show up on the video. Like I would get no distribution at all. All right, let's see how this goes. Punch it a little bit more. Just push it in and twist. This one can use some fuel too. I'll put that in later. Like I said, I really do hope that fucking app just goes away. Wow, it's been almost 15 minutes and nobody showed up to my live. wonder if it's a setting I left off. It's not a setting. I'm going to go ahead and close this out since nobody showed up since it's been over 15 minutes already. I appreciate you watching. If you stuck around this long, like, share, and comment. Please comment. Please like the video and share it. It's greatly appreciated. Take care.